top of the fourth, the Rebels make a defensive substitution. Touch the pitcher button to bring up the defensive lineup. This is where you can get a quick view of the basic pitching stats, including pitch count. Touch the center fielder position to bring up the Rebels lineup, scrolled directly to Kim. And since the Rebels are batting their entire roster, have Kim sub for herself into the X position to indicate that she's now on the bench. And then scroll to Kayla and have her sub for herself into center field. Notice the inning is filled in automatically with a 4. Back to batter up to start the fourth inning. Before we get to Alana, however, let's look back at the defensive lineup to see the change we made. Also, notice Megan has allowed 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, and has thrown 70 pitches through 3 innings. Alana strikes out on a 2-2 count, but the catcher drops the ball and has to throw down to first base for the putout. So touch K and then select KS23. Batter up to Megan, who hits the first pitch into right field and flies out. And batter up to Justine, who hits the second pitch to the shortstop and grounds out 6-3. Batter up to the bottom of the fourth inning, number 5, Kristen, hits a single into right field, so 1B and then 9. And batter up to Rebecca, who's 0 for 1. And she hits a single into left field. So 1B and then 7. This brings us to the cleanup batter, number 9, Kayla, who hits the second pitch she sees over the fence. Touch HR, and all the runners are advanced home, and Kayla is credited with 3 RBIs. I'm going to undo the home run so you can see. The runners are put back on the bases and the RBIs are removed. So score the home run again. And batter up to Molly. So Molly hits a single to center field. So 1B, then 8. Batter up to Lauren. And Lauren strikes out on a 2-2 count. Okay, and then strike out swinging. Batter up to Sarah. And Sarah singles to right field. So 1B, 9. Batter up to Ashley. And on the first pitch, both runners advance on a wild pitch, touch second base, record the other wild pitch in lowercase so that it doesn't charge a second wild pitch to the pitcher. And the coach decides to give Ashley a free pass, so record a walk and then press BB again to change that to an intentional walk. Batter up to Megan, but before the first pitch, the Rebels make a pitching change, so press the pitcher button to access the defensive lineup, then touch the pitching position to switch to the Rebels lineup, scroll to Marie, add the lineup entry, enter number 4, and Cassie is the new pitcher. So when we enter Cassie as the new pitcher, the inning 4 is automatically entered for us. And if we press the details button in the upper right, we can see that Cassie is in for Marie and the batter count is 7. That means that Cassie enters after the 7th batter of the 4th inning. Back to batter up and Megan. And Megan is going to strike out looking on a full count. And batter up to Kalami. And Kalami is going to draw a bases loaded walk, and so she's going to get credited with an RBI. And now with bases loaded and 2 outs, Tiki comes up, and Tiki's going to strike out, but the catcher drops the 3rd strike, but instead of throwing to first base, she just picks up the ball and touches home for a strikeout, fielder's choice, runner at 3rd base put out, 2 unassisted. So that's it for the 4th inning, and we covered defensive substitution, pitching substitution, drop 3rd strike, intentional walk, and drop 3rd strike with a fielder's choice.